Kingston, Jamaica, 1970. The humidity does not just hang in the air, it clings to your skin like a desperate hand. The smell is a lethal cocktail of diesel, charcoal, and a thick, heavy sweetness that drifts from unseen doorways. But it is the quiet that is terrifying. It is the silence between political gunshots, the silence of oppression. In the slums of Trenchtown, they say the system has a neck, and it is always stepping on yours. The radio plays sweet, imported American pop. It is propaganda. It is designed to make you forget that you are drowning. But tonight, the silence is broken. This is not entertainment. It is a sonic assault. The deep, heavy frequency of the bass is the heartbeat of the people, the sharp crack of the snare. That is the retaliation. How did a rhythm born in the mud of a colonized island become the single greatest cultural threat to global empires? How did a dangerous frequency become the anthem of the free world? This is not a music lesson. This is the story of a war won with nothing but sound. To understand the rebellion, you have to understand the weapons. The weapon was not the song. It was the machine built to deliver it. The sound system. The colonial government controlled the airwaves. They played sanitized music on the JBC, the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation. But the ghetto built its own networks. These were not commercial radios. They were pirate frequencies on wheels. They were called sound systems, giant, custom-built speaker towers, 20 feet high. They had amplifiers powerful enough to shake the foundations of a building. Names like Duke Reed and Coxsone Dodd became the generals of the street. Their territory was the corner. Their army was the crowd. Their ammunition was the special, exclusive records that no one else owned. When a sound system like the House of Joy fired up, the government's propaganda became irrelevant. In a dark yard, surrounded by metal fences, the rhythm created a new reality. The music did not tell you to wait for heaven. It told you to demand respect right now. The government saw the crowds, they saw the energy, and they were terrified. Because if you can mobilize 10,000 people to dance to a rebel frequency, you can mobilize them to march on Parliament. The sound system was a tool for revolution. It was a sonic fist. By the late 1960s, the frequency changed. The beat slowed down. The heat of the island and the violence in the streets forced the music to evolve. It got heavy, it got patient, it became reggae. This change was not just musical. It was spiritual. The Rastafari movement began to influence the sound on a cellular level. This was not a fashion statement. This was a doctrine of resistance. Rastafari introduced a powerful concept: Babylon. Babylon was not just a place in history. It was the system. It was the police who targeted you. It was the politician who lied to you. It was the bank that owned your debt. Babylon was the entire structure of colonial oppression. Suddenly, the dangerous frequency had a message. The songs were hymns of liberation. They were sonic prophecies. Reggae became the voice of those who were ignored. When you sang along, you were declaring yourself an enemy of the system. December 1976. The match was struck. Jamaica was in a state of civil war. Politics had corrupted the gangs. The CIA was watching closely. Two political parties, the JLP and the PNP, were tearing the island apart. Bob Marley, the superstar, tried to remain neutral. He agreed to perform at a free concert called Smile Jamaica. It was supposed to be about peace, but the system saw it as a threat. 2 nights before the concert, armed men stormed the compound at 56 Hope Road. In the kitchen, Bob was trapped. Then, chaos erupted as the room was sprayed with lead. One round narrowly missed Marley's vital organs, lodging in his arm. The chaos spilled outside, where his wife Rita was targeted in her car. Miraculously, everyone survived, but the message was sent. The dangerous frequency must be silenced. "80 hours later, Marley did the impossible. He walked onto that stage. He did not show anger. He showed his wounds to the crowd. He was a symbol of defiance. For 90 minutes, the violence stopped. The sound from the speakers created a field of unity. The system tried to kill him, but the rhythm made him immortal. The empire could not kill a sound." The war did not end in Kingston. The dangerous frequency became a tsunami. When Jamaican sound men moved to the South Bronx, they brought their speakers and their culture with them. A man named Clive Campbell, known as DJ Kool Herc, took the Jamaican style and invented hip-hop. The entire structure of modern music was engineered in the backyards of Jamaica. The remix, the bass culture, the rap, it is all part of the same DNA. Today, the frequency still echoes. When you see communities standing up against power, you are hearing the legacy of those original sound systems. So the next time you feel a bass line that makes your chest vibrate, do not just listen. Recognize it for what it truly is. It is not just a song. It is a rebellion. It is a frequency that the system could never silence, and it never will.